Hi, I'm Evan. Today we will discuss about the business communication during the workplace. So please, guys, introduce yourself.
I'm Francis.
Yeah, hi, I'm Ryan. Yeah,
So Ryan, can you just introduce your topic first?
yeah, sure. Francis and I will talk about the three different behaviors in communication skills. Yeah, the first two behaviors I will talk about is the two behaviors that people should try to avoid in their work and study. It doesn't mean that they are absolutely wrong, but I think we should know that they have some disadvantages that may bring some bad effects to their communication. Yeah. The first one I want to talk about is the submissive behavior. The submissive behavior means shying away from saying what it really means and not seeking to achieve your needs. A submissive person always avoids upsetting others because they fear them and fear to hurt their feelings. Yeah. When things go wrong, they always accept mistake, even they didn't have the mistake. When things, you can always say submissive person that they have the lower eye contact or very quiet voice. I can give you some example. Such as at school, some students always that be bullied, but they always choose not to tell their children, to tell their teachers or parents. I think that's the submissive behavior. What do you think about the submissive behavior, Evan?
Yeah, but like according to you saying, like submissive behavior is maybe cannot be defined as a bad behavior.
Yeah.
Cause like people in workplace, they do not play manners and they just do their work as their boss said. So I think like maybe it can be defined as a good behavior.
I don't think it will be defined as a good behavior because if a person always have the submissive behavior, others will never know what they are thinking about, and I don't think that will have a good effect to their work. Yeah.
Yeah, but maybe like if I'm the boss, I will not trust these workers
Yeah.
to do the submissive. I will not trust
Yeah,
their
that's true.
job.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and the second one I will talk about is aggressive behavior. The aggressive behavior means protecting your own rights in a way that may be hurting others' rights. Yeah. It means that you believe what you say and what you do is the only truth that is better than others' points. Aggressive person always use anger and aggressive words or body language that they try to control others. Yeah. For example, they always sounds like "what" or something like "you are stupid. Why you cannot do what I say?" Yeah, just like this. Yeah. So, what do you think about the aggressive behavior, Francis?
Yeah, I think this one is also a bad behavior in organization because it only focuses on winning. People who is aggressive, when they want to try to achieve their goals, they will not care about others' rights, needs, and wants.
Yeah.
When you are aggressive, the power you use is selfish, and you may come across your point pushy and also even bullying.
Yeah. I think that will break relationships between people.
So I think the best behavior is to communicate assertively in the organization, which is based on balance. It requires being forthright about your wants and needs, while still considering your own rights, needs, and those of others. When you are assertive, you are about to get your points across firmly, fairly, and with empathy. The benefit of being assertive, firstly, it will make great managers. It means getting things done by treating people with fairly and respect. So you're easy to be seen as a good leader, and your follower will willing to work with you. Secondly, negotiate successful win-win solutions. Third, better doer and problem solvers. They will feel empowered to do whatever it takes to find the best solutions to the problem. Last but not least, less anxious and stressed of the follower, because they are self-assured and don't feel cheated and victimized when things don't go as planned and expected.
Yeah, I think like that assertive behavior is a good way that can be used in the workplace, because as it considers the win-win like benefits between each other, and it will also consider like the two parties relationship won't be hurt.
Yeah, maybe that's the best one we can have.
Yes. Okay. So now we'll, as I think like the persuasive communication is also important that cannot be ignored during the workplace. So the persuasive communication attempts to influence people's beliefs, attitudes, and or behaviors in relation to an event, idea, or persons. So like it is most likely to set the communicator, which is also can be announced as the receiver, like the speaker, and which is trying to convince the listener or the reader towards his way of thinking. Yeah. So basically, the persuasive communication has 5 steps. Usually, you have to clearly state your issue and the position, and also to illustrate the facts with your like the evidence or just reasons. And the third, like you have to take in opposing views into account. And the fourth, you have to use like the sounds logic, like maybe sometimes high, sometimes a little bit lower, and also the effective language. And the last but not least, as well as the conclusion, that you have to use conclusion to state your point of view, so that you can convince others. Yeah. So you guys may still a little bit confused about about this persuasive communication. So I will.
Give me
Yeah.
give us some example.
Yeah, I'll bring us an example. So suppose that so you have a task from your boss that you have to sell your company's new products. So firstly, you have to make sure like who is your target audience, right? Like what's their main purpose. So if you have to deliver a speech, such as like maybe that's getting 5 years younger, just by taking a PS for 1 month. So that's a quite tricky topic. Yeah. So who do you guys think like the target audience will be?
I think maybe the person that people that way who's who are between 45 or to 60. Maybe they want to make their appearance look younger.
Yes, I mean like this target audience like is the only way to attract them to buy the PS. So I think like most of them may think like it is certainly impossible before they heard the speech, and they think it's just a joke. Like how can we just get younger like in 5 years? That's almost impossible. Yeah. But like nevertheless, like you as the speaker, you have to change their mind by using all your strategies like skills to tell them like, oh, like our company's products that have the really magic effect, and to like your basic proposal to convince your audience that your company's new product has a great effect, so like they will buy it. Yeah. Okay, so today we just finished our meeting and we have discussed about the different behaviors in the workplace, as well as the persuasive communication that cannot be ignored during the workplace, and its effect is still quite big. So I think done. Like hope we can see each other next meeting.